I'm here today to talk to you about weaning with Sebastian, and it's a video that I haven't managed to get around to doing. I don't quite understand why I haven't got around to doing it. I just kind of haven't got around to doing it. And basically I'm just going to talk to you about what our plans were for Sebastian when we started to wean him and what kind of ended up happening when we did wean him. So we decided right from the beginning that we were going to baby-led wean Sebastian, and that is the route that we decided to go down, and we were going to do that at 6 months because here in the UK it's very highly recommended you wean them at 6 months because that's when their digestive system has matured. They really don't like you, or I say they, like the health visitors and things really recommend that you don't wean before then. It's not very good for babies' digestive systems. They can't sit up on their own normally, and usually their reflux to push out food and push things out of their food is so strong that if you spoon feed them a puree, they kind of push it out. So we decided to just wait till 6 months, and that was when he was ready. In fact, he, probably could have waited a little bit longer. He seemed quite fine on his milk, so he's never been like a hungry baby. So the first foods that we gave him, it was literally the day he turned 6 months, or like a few days before he turned 6 months, and we started off with things like broccoli and potato, and he took to it really well. He started grabbing a lot of the food and was putting it in his mouth and chewing it, so that started off really well. And we continued to do that for quite a while until we noticed that Sebastian was really cutting down on his milk feeds. But instead of cutting down on his milk feeds, he wasn't really eating very much. And so, he was eating, but he was throwing a lot of the food and just playing with it rather than swallowing it and digesting it. So he started to lose a bit of weight. Sebastian's been very little and often with his milk, so he's never had sort of more than 6 ounces. Sometimes there was a time when he went to like 7 ounces, but that was only for like a couple of weeks. He's never been above 6, so he started to have sort of, which is what he has now, 5 ounces in the morning, 5 at lunch and 5 in the evening, and he wasn't drinking those very well. He was, again, going back to them little and often. So we became quite concerned, and that was when I decided to do a mixture of puree and a mixture of baby-led weaning. I'm very supportive of baby-led weaning, and I have noticed that a lot of the babies who drink a lot of milk throughout the day as well are the ones who seem to kind of really respond well to it. Whereas Sebastian, because he doesn't drink that much milk, he's not really kind of fussed about it, and it just didn't work out so well for his physical health. It seemed to make him very tired. I noticed he was getting tired, groggy, and he was losing weight. And then he got poorly as he started nursery, and that made him lose even more weight. So the poor thing is so tiny anyway, he became even tinier. So at that point we decided to add in a puree. So what we do now is Sebastian has 5 ounces in the morning, and then he either has Ellie's Kitchen breakfast sachet as a breakfast, usually when he goes to nursery because it's easy and I have to provide the breakfast for them, or he has cereal, or he has toast. And then at lunchtime he usually has like a sandwich or some pre-cooked food that we've already got, like pasta, something like that. And that's when we do the kind of baby-led weaning, and he really enjoys that. It's a time for him to have lots of fun with food, and he has only in this last month, so he's 11 months old now, only in this last month has he started to really eat his food properly. And then in the evening he'll have a snack in between, like a biscuit or two in kind of between that. And in the evening he'll have an Ella's Kitchen puree sachet, so it will be something like spaghetti bolognese or lamb casserole, or sometimes things that I've cooked him that I've blended up. And I love the Ella's Kitchen because they're 100% organic. There's no added preservatives, it's just what you eat, 100% healthy, blended up and put in a pouch. And I have found out that for us as a family, buying the pouches has worked out slightly cheaper. So he'll have one of those, and then for pudding he will have some Weetabix with whole milk, and that is just to help him stay full so that he can sleep better, because he doesn't take much milk at night time. So he only has 2 bottles now, morning and in the evening before bed. So that's kind of a brief about our weaning journey. It has definitely been a journey, because I really was not against puree, but I really didn't want to do the whole puree feeding. But we have had to do kind of a bit of a mixture. But I try to give him only one puree sachet a day, so that's his dinner, and the rest of the time he is baby-led wean. I've tried to kind of keep it at that balance. And I've always stood firm that I'm quite against jars, just because they do add a lot of extra things in there that I don't even understand. If you read the packet, I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is, so that always worries me if I see something like that. So the types of foods that I feed Sebastian are things like sandwich. He loves cheese and ham sandwiches, and usually the cheese is kind of cheese spread. He loves any kind of sandwich, egg sandwiches. We do scrambled eggs for him in the morning sometimes, or he'll have a bit of cooked breakfast with us, so it'll be beans and toast and bacon, or a bit of scrambled egg with that, so he has like his own little kind of English cooked breakfast. He has things like broccoli, things like peppers, chicken. He loves chicken, he loves lamb, he loves pasta, he loves cheesy pasta, he loves all these kind of things. So whatever we cook for ourselves, I always portion a little bit and put it in the freezer, and then usually defrost that, and that's kind of what he eats. So the kind of foods are, you know, pretty much, I just think about, a lot of people have said, oh, what did you start them with when you start to wean him? Just kind of lumps, so like potato, broccoli, and then put a bit of sauce on top, whatever sauce you've got, or even a bit of puree that's warmed up, just put that on top. Sandwiches are really good, mushy sandwiches. Cucumber has been fun. It's been a huge hit, peeled cucumber, because it's cool on their gums and he really enjoys biting into that. Peppers are really good, carrots are really nice, baby sweet corn, the list goes on. So just be kind of creative. You'll usually find that whatever you give your child will work, as long as it's not coin shaped. Grapes are not very good to give babies under the age of 5, believe it or not. In the UK, they recommend you don't give them until they're 5 because of choking hazards. There's massive choking hazards, and they don't digest properly or something. I don't know. I haven't given Sebastian grapes, so it might be something you want to research. But yeah, just be really creative, and you know, whatever you give them, if they don't like it, they'll throw it to the side, or you know, you can only try. My bit on weaning, I don't know if this will help or not, hopefully it does, and I guess I'll see you guys soon. Bye!